And now, here are your hosts, the Schnitzel Boys.
Bayern only allowed 19,000 fans in the stands, but only 11,000 showed up. Did you know that? Only 11,000 fans showed up out of the allotted 19,000. Do you know why that is?
Why?
Do you know why that is? Well, I'm glad you brought it up. The way it works in Germany is there's the 50+1 rule, and the fans, which are paying members of the club, have a say in their club. Were you ever a season ticket holder for Bochum? Yeah, right?
I was a season ticket holder. I tried to become a member, actually, a few years back, and somehow me living in the US precluded this from happening. I don't know if this was an actual rule that you have to live in Germany to be a member, or if they just had trouble with the logistics of it, but I contacted
we don't
them.
have internet, so it's like we don't have internet.
Yeah, I don't know what was like.
No emails.
I contacted them a couple times, and it never really worked out. So
that sounds weird to me.
Yeah,
but you know, it is what it is. You can run the American fan group, I guess, or something. But Bayern München probably has the biggest membership of them all, at least close to it, probably the biggest. And they had their yearly AGM. The annual general meeting, I guess, although in German it's called something else.
Jahreshauptversammlung.
Jahreshauptversammlung, the yearly main meeting, right?
Main meeting, yeah, main assembly.
Translate?
Yeah, that's it.
And it was held in a thing, and it was a doozy this year. For the podcast listeners, you can listen, and then for the viewers, we're going to add a little bit of a visual aid. So I'm going to play some of this with you. They had a crazy meeting, and I just want to share it here on the Schnitzel Boys and maybe translate it for an American audience and just to communicate what is going on, because I think this is lovely. You ready, Bjorn?
Let's go, yeah.
So what you just heard is Wer sind Bayern, du
und
bist
ihr
nicht.
Und ihr nicht.
Und ihr nicht. We are Bayern, you are not. They're yelling at the president.
But not just him, I guess it's plural, so they must not like the entire board, yeah.
Entire board.
We are Bayern and you are not, which I guess, you know, in light of the whole Mir san mir thing,
exactly,
is the biggest insult of all, yeah.
100%, it's very Mir san mir.
Top-Anträge zu behandeln, weil Sie müssen mir ja sagen, ob Sie den Antrag...
Ja, das sage ich Ihnen doch anschließend.
Dass Sponsoring-Verträge mit Qatar Airways oder anderen mehrheitlich im Eigentum des Emirats Katar stehenden Unternehmen zum nächstmöglichen Zeitpunkt auslaufen gelassen werden und nicht verlängert oder neu abgeschlossen werden.
Okay.
Kurze Anmerkung.
So that's one of the fan representatives saying that we have issue with your relationship with Qatar Airways, the Qatar sponsorship, because of human rights issues. As you know, as people maybe know or don't know, Qatar has been doing a lot of sketchy stuff. Thousands of these migrant slave workers have died building these stadiums, and they just have clear, also, they have these arcane laws. There's a whole LGBTQ supporters group as part of Bayern, and they're taking all this money from a country that'll have them hanged, So there's clearly some difference of opinion and values between the fans and the way Bayern takes money. So this fan is asking them to let that sponsorship run out and not renew, and that's what they're clapping for.
Nochmal, ich werde das nachher erläutern und ich glaube, dass ich Ihnen auch überzeugend darstellen kann. Ja, Sie können natürlich buhen, aber wissen Sie,
So the president's saying, don't worry, we'll talk about it later. Yeah, you can boo me. I'm going to convince you why it makes sense. Pretty much the president doesn't want to hear anything about it. He's just here to convince the fans that contract is going to be re-signed and that sponsorship money is going to flow through. Much to the chagrin of the fans. I love that German-American phrase, du kannst mich buhen. Means you can boo me, which I think is hilarious.
Das ist keine argumentative Auseinandersetzung. Wir wehren uns aus.
Ja, genau. Ich würde mich gerne auch argumentativ damit auseinandersetzen.
Pretty much the president's like, we have our own arguments, and the fans like, yeah, we also have our own. We'd love to talk to you about this.
He's saying, the president is saying, you can boo, but that's not really making making your point. And the fan representative saying, well, I would like to make my point, but you are president is excusing them of them not being, not wanting to have a debate, and the fan representative saying, "Well, I'm happy to debate. You're the one who doesn't want to talk about it."
Yeah, the president's like, "I'll tell you later," quote unquote, whenever that may be. Let's talk about it later, even though it's the meeting now.
Wir machen das ja. Aber das ist jetzt nicht der Ort.
Okay.
He says we will have that debate, but now is not the time or place, which is crazy because it's the meeting.
Sie betonen immer wieder, wie wichtig der Dialog ist, aber sie schaffen es nicht einmal mit den
So essentially, more complain, and then they do this weird motion. The Qatar motion did not go up for a vote, but they just general motion to commit to anti-discrimination in their values. So that general vote went up, which is why it's directly related to the Qatar concept. But the club is trying to keep those as separate concepts. Like the club wants to vote for them to be like, yeah, we agree to commit to diversity and anti-discrimination and human rights support, but they have no interest in not.
And what exactly
this huge Qatar sponsorship?
What exactly that means, we'll talk about later.
Yeah, exactly. But that means we'll talk about later. So they went to this other vote that everybody voted on, including an Uli Hoeneß, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like
Uli
the back of
Hoeneß
Uli Hoeneß's
is
head,
also
right?
anti-discrimination.
Or am I wrong? Right? That looks like Uli Hoeneß right there.
I think so.
Could be wrong. So that was an overwhelming vote.
Sie werden mir als Versammlungsleiter zugestehen, dass ich die Wortmeldungsliste schließen kann.
So now there's still a line of fans wanting to say their piece because they're very serious about it. And the president just said, well, it seems like we're done with our meeting today. And no, what does he say exactly? He says like
he will as the one who's running this meeting, it's within his discretion to close the list of speakers at this point. Yeah.
he's 100% trying to censor them.
He just wants to be done.
Und damit beschließe ich die Jahreshauptversammlung.
Just saying, now we're closing the meeting.
And then that's it. And he's ending the meeting.
This is FC Bayern president Herbert Heine, who I believe. I forgot where they got him from. I think it was maybe an Adidas exec before he came in, and now they want him gone. And then, although they left, the fans that wanted to speak held like a town hall, like they were about to burn down Frankenstein's mansion. And you sit there, they're yelling how unacceptable this is. So there you go, and that right there is what happened at the Bayern AGM. You saw the fans at the end being like, yeah, clapping for themselves. They're about to burn the house down over there in Bayern, Bayern HQ. So what do you think about that, Bjorn?
I think this Mr. Heyer did an exceptionally poor job of managing this.
Yeah, I just love that. He's like, I'm going to end the meeting right now, and he'll talk to me. It's fine. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, let's talk about it later. Let's go to the beer garden and let's discuss it over a drink.
Even if you were to offer a counterpoint, do it right there. Like, just do it right there. Have a discussion. Like, what's the point?
It's
like, hear him out. Hear your fans out.
What could his point possibly be? We really like that money. We don't. But the checks.
You don't understand.
The checks are clearing. Don't you understand?
You don't get it. I get a 1% commission off those checks, guys.
It's very.
You don't get it.
Good
I want to hear this.
Bottom line.
I want to hear this again. I love that for two reasons. Because the fans are speaking up, and I would love for MLS to have annual meetings that go just like that. I would love for MLS fans to call out their absentee owners. I would love for them to wonder why they didn't spend money on players this year. I would love for them to wonder why you're playing on turf, or wonder why you're playing in the enemy stadium this year. I would love fans to ask for answers, and that part of me, I love the fact that they will fight against their club to get what they want, and hopefully they'll get it. I think they vote the president out or something. We'll see what happens, but more power to them. I think there's a lot of travesty going on in the whole Qatar situation with the World Cup, and I love the fact that they're speaking out against it. I wish as a fan I had more of a say. I would love to storm FIFA headquarters and ask them what their deal is, you know, why they're so corrupt, why they've sold the World Cup bid to frickin' Qatar, and why so many populous nations.
That whole thing is an absolute travesty. And but does that mean we're not going to watch it?
Honestly, that's the thing. I'm going to watch it, but I don't. I wish I didn't. I wish I wasn't going to watch it.
The 999. Yeah, no.
Oh, ask me that one more time. Sorry, ask me that one more time.
This is it's a complete travesty. There's human rights violations, and it really shouldn't be happening. But honestly, does that mean we're not going to watch it?
A 99999. We're not going to watch it, which means we're going to watch it. We're going to watch the USA make it to the quarters, and we're going to watch Germany make it to the final. That's what we're going to watch. 2022, baby.